Greetings, I'm Lee Juaso, artist, fake animator, fake African, part-time hotep, and bringer together of the artists and business people. So, I was sent to a really good high school. And when I was there, I was freaking depressed. And the only thing that got me out of that was drawing. But not drawing in the way that I had previously, which was drawing Boondocks characters, Naruto characters, Inuyasha characters. It was from using what I learned at the school and adapting it for my own purposes. Using what I learned about laundering money and gambling and manipulating real estate so that you can create sustainable income for your family. Taking those things and moving them into the internet world, into the social media realm, stopping playing Clash of Clans and instead using Instagram as a mobile game, figuring out how followers correlate to money and how money correlates to network and how you can beat clout chasing by looking for people that are skilled, figuring that out using social media as a game as opposed to using social media as a path to expression allowed me to understand that the way that I wanted to express myself had nothing to do with the content I was creating for other people. Once I understood that, I was able to freely create what I wanted, and then I was able to create what I knew people would want as work. And because I knew that what the people wanted, I was able to make a business out of that, and so I didn't have to work anymore. And I realized if I got really good at making a system where people would give themselves what they want, I could spend more time fulfilling myself with art that I wanted to create. And so, like, personally, I like oil painting, I like watercolor painting, I like drawing freaking trees and streams and natures and rocks and the textures of stuff. I like, nobody wants to see it on the timeline. They want to see hot girls in anime. They want to see katanas. They want to see muscles all over the place. Training. Oh, I love training. So, right now I'm learning Mantis Kung Fu. I've become really obsessed with like the different Wudang forms because Shaolin Kung Fu, as it is practiced, is not practiced by the Shaolin monks. The Shaolin monks learn from other Kung Fu schools, then they bring different things to the temple because the temple only in the past was used as a place where things were cultivated, and now the temple is like a religious institution and also a tourist location. And if you go to train there, it becomes a school as well. And so Wudang Kung Fu is more similar to the stuff that you would see in action movies. And you don't see black people in action movies going hard. You got Michael Jai White, Lateef Crowder, and maybe some other people like Gita Silva and Aaron Tony if you really know, and even then half of the people are stumping. So if you want main characters in your movies doing martial arts authentically, you have to know the martial arts, you have to understand what you're doing, how to apply them, and you have to create a story where it makes sense to do them in. Kung Fu Kenny was cool. We don't want a whole bunch of black people running around in Chinese jumpsuits with Chinese families doing Chinese martial arts. We want black people doing capoeira, which is traditional African martial arts. You want 52 blacks. You want Tire Machete, which comes from Haiti. You want Esgrima Colombiana, which comes from Colombia. You want to see black people doing black martial arts or doing Asian martial arts within the context of something that would actually happen, as opposed to, oh, there are underground fights that are going around all over the place, and now we have an excuse to have fighting matches and fight scenes all over the place. That's it. We need new stuff. And so I exist and train and operate so that the cool stuff we deserve to make can be made sustainably and generate enough income to make some more cool stuff happen, be it a live action or animation. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I don't watch anime. I study it, I make it, but I don't watch anime. Like, the last anime that I saw was Boruto, the episode where Kawaki shows up, because my friend was watching it. But like, I study animation, so I study the way that economy is used. If you look at an anime, 90% of the time there's no motion. You look at an old anime, 95% of the time there's no motion. That's because every frame costs money. Animation was 24 seconds a second, 24 frames a second. And so 24 drawings every 1 second, that's literally thousands of drawings, tens of thousands of drawings by the end of an episode, never less tens of a minute. And so in wanting to create anime like Avatar and the Boondocks, where they use the Disney approach of making as much as possible in order to give you that expression that you need, that requires money. So I'm more concerned on figuring out how to produce what I want to exist and building the skill set to produce it so that I can fund it, because watching it, archetypically every story is saying you understand the hero with 1,000 faces, you understand Joseph Scott Campbell. So like, you know what's going to happen in all the things that you watch. And if there's not people to enjoy it with, I can't enjoy it by myself because I'll be analyzing it the entire time. But there's mad stuff being written, mad stuff being studied. There's a Haitian Revolution anime that I'm 150 chapters deep into that'll be a manga and never have the time to write it. There's stuff about the Maroons in Jamaica who fought for their independence and had a peace treaty with Britain 400 years before Britain went and gave Jamaica its independence. The Maroons basically went up into the islands of Jamaica, and they won their freedom, and they built their house on top of a mountain. And so the Britons couldn't climb the mountain because their shoes were all jacked up. And then anytime they would try to go up, exactly, they'd get shot down. You have the freedom fighters in Colombia, the freedom fighters in Brazil, the freedom fighters in freaking, even like what Che Guevara did in Argentina at scale. There's so much interesting history from our people in the diaspora that deserves to be spoken on. Japan's cool, but there's a lot of other cool stuff that exists in history in the world. Juas. Oh, never done that before. Scared that wouldn't work. Yeah. You search Juaso anywhere, you'll find me. Juaso. Juaso.graphics. Juaso. Ronan Juaso. You'll find it. Somebody will tag me in something. Peace.